Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the tech news for Friday, November 20th, 2015. And today in the news, we have iPhone news out of the US market. Very interesting numbers. It seems that there are right now 101 million iPhones in circulation in the United States, which is the biggest market right now, biggest single market basically right now for iPhones for Apple. Of course, iPhones are sold across the world also and popular, but not as popular in the United States. Usually, the Android and other phones are more popular in abroad than iPhones are. But that's a nice, interesting number. And I think the move from Apple to have bigger screens did pay off, as they say that 2/3 of iPhones are now 6 or higher. So the 2/3 of the iPhones are iPhone 6 or higher. I think it does mean also that people like the bigger screens. And basically, even though the sales are slowing down, it does show that the bigger screens did push sales up. So that's another indication that people wanted that basically on their iPhones. Well, if you've got a Surface Book or Surface Pro 4, more problems are continuing. Microsoft did issue a update to the firmware of these devices. Fortunately, it broke as much as it fixed, and it's really sad because for the Surface Book, first of all, it's expensive. If you buy a $2,000 machine, you expect it to work well, and that is a bad thing for the Surface Book. And for the Surface Pro 4, it's even worse because it's not a first generation device. The Surface Pro 4 is the fourth generation of that device. It should not have these issues after having many generations of devices. Surface Book, it in some ways you can say, well, it's the first generation device. They're trying out new technologies, but still, I think it's sad to see that. And Paul Thurrott, by the way, this week on the Windows Weekly, was talking about the Surface Book, sorry. And he said, you know what? If somebody asked me, should I buy a Surface Book? Well, he answered clearly, well, unfortunately, I can't say yes. And it shows, that it's a little sad to see that there's these problems. Some of the new problems that are created with this firmware update, webcams start working, and the Windows Hello sign-in also is not working anymore. So let's hope that it gets better soon for these devices from Microsoft, because I do think they are nice devices and it's fun to have them in these markets. Teamviewer, if you are a tech guy or if you are someone that wants to have remote access to a computer, Teamviewer is a very popular software for that. I also used it a lot here to have access to different computers around the internet from clients or even my own computers at home. Great news for Windows 10. TeamViewer is now available as a universal app. It means that it is now available for Windows Phone, for Windows PC tablets, and also for Windows 10 PCs in general. So it's very nice to see that they've jumped on the bandwagon and decided to do a universal app for Windows. I think it's a great tool, and if you haven't used it already, really one of the great software out there to get control from a PC over the internet or network. And in our last bit of news, there's been a little update to the Windows Store. They've updated the store now so that you can actually filter out the search, which I think is a nice thing. So for example, you see Minion Rush there, that app. Let's say we search for Minion. Now you have the possibility to search for Minion in app and games, for example here, but you also can go down and say, oh, I want to search it in music or in movies and TV. So if you search a category, it brings you to that category instead of bringing you to the apps. That was missing. Everything was kind of messed up. So the fact that they added that option there is really cool, because you can now filter out. And you see I'm in the movies section now, so it brings me to that movies first. And if I want to change it, I can just go and search in apps and so on. It's a minor update, but every little bit helps because the Windows Store is still missing some good improvements. It's better than it was in Windows 8, but there's still a lot to do. They've also said that they've really started checking out and filter out the spam in the comments for the apps also, so which is very nice. If you don't see these changes, by the way, make sure your app is up to date, or in any other app, just by going to the your account on the upper right and just going to downloads and updates, and just click that blue button, check for updates to make sure all of your apps are updated. They usually do this automatically, but you might want to do it to see if all your apps are updated. And so this is the tech news for Friday, November 20th, 2015. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe? You'll be informed when videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos, helps us in the ratings. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything you want to know, let us know. And thank you so much for following us. You are a great gang. It's always fun to have your feedback. So anything that crosses your mind, why not ask or just comment.